That night, it started to rain in earnest, and Martha dreamed she was Elizabeth Bedford. She lay there with the strangest sensation of wakefulness, as if part of herself were trapped inside her mind, while the other part waited in the terror of reality. She dreamed she was dying. She felt each stab of the knife going through her, and everywhere she turned, there were blood-spattered walls. She couldn't see her killer's face. He was wearing a mask, but he was real, and she knew him.
It's only a dream. You're okay.
I'm dead.
No, it's just a nightmare, Martha.
I'm scared.
Okay, I'll stay here for a while. You go back to sleep.
Morning.
Hi.
I'm not staying in that room again.
Okay. If you want to switch to mine permanently, I'll move my things. No problem.
And I'm never going back to that school. Everyone stares at me there, just because I look like Elizabeth Bedford. I feel like a freak. Like I'm doomed or something.
Look, Wynne said you reminded her of Elizabeth, that's all. You're not Elizabeth. Your life isn't her life.
No, hers is over.
Come on, let's go. It's been raining all night.
At school, as the day dragged on, things went from bad to worse for Martha. When she realized she hadn't done the papers for her last 2 classes, she collapsed against her locker, feeling too hopeless even to cry.
Hi, Martha. You look like you could use a change of scene. I have to pick some stuff up for Wynn's decorating committee. How about cutting class and coming with me?
Oh, I can't.
Say you're sick.
Connor will be waiting for me after school.
I'll get a message to him. You'll be home by the time he gets there. Cross my heart.
Okay.
Great, let's go. We're heading to Whitley. It's even smaller than Bedford. But it's beautiful countryside, isn't it? Looks even better when it's not raining. My grandparents used to have a farm out here. Before they died, they sold it to my cousins. Mom comes out here every week to get fresh vegetables. I'll be able to find lots of stuff for the decoration committee.
What's Wynn's committee decorating for?
What? You've been at Bedford a whole week and you don't know? You haven't seen the posters? It's the Halloween dance. This year it's on a Sunday night, so they're giving us Monday off.
A party? Like the one last year?
Yes. Here we are.
Are you sure we should just drop in like this?
Nobody's home. They're in the city today. Let's head over to the barn, find some pumpkins for the dance. Don't slip in the mud. Come on.
The huge barn was warm and dusty and felt snug and comfortable after their dash through the rain. Blake pulled some blankets from a stall and tucked one around Martha's shoulders.
That's better. Don't want you to get pneumonia. Martha, see that loft up there?
Uh-huh.
Greg and I used to jump off that to see who could jump the farthest. Come on, let's climb up. I want to show you the view.
When Martha reached the top of the ladder, Blake was already there, wrenching open the upper doors. A fine spray of wind wet their faces as they stood looking out at the sodden landscape below.
Oh, it's like the top of the world up here.
There were even fewer houses over there when we were kids. You could see for miles and miles, and it was only fields.
It's beautiful. Look at the colors down there. Dark green and gold and rusty brown. And the gray mist swirling around the trees.
Here, you're shaking. I'll shut the doors. It's cozy here. And there's room for one more.
Doesn't it make you feel sad?
What?
Thinking maybe someday you might have to leave all this?
Are you kidding? I love it, but I can't wait to leave Bedford. If I stay here, I won't stand a chance of being anything.
What kind of anything?
Do you know how close I am to a basketball scholarship? It could be my ticket out of here, Martha. It's what I really want to do, to be. I don't usually go around making true confessions to everyone I meet.
You know, I don't go around passing them on, so don't worry.
You're really something, Martha.
No, Blake.
And then there was only the soft patter of rain outside and the soft flutter of birds high in the rafters and Blake's lips soft upon her lips.
Blake, Why didn't you tell me I reminded you of Elizabeth?
Why would you ever think that?
Maybe we better just pick up those decorations again.
Not until we talk about this. I admit that the first time I saw you in the store, you sort of looked like her from the back, but that's as far as it went.
You never told me you were serious about her.
We were close for a while. That's all. Anyway, it's all in the past. It has nothing to do with you and me now. I guess I better get you home.
Don't you have to get the decorations?
Oh, is that what I came here for?
They loaded up bundles of straw and corn stalks and dozens of pumpkins and drove back on the village road. Martha leaned against the side window, looking out into the gathering dusk.
Blake, see that little cemetery over there? Has it been here for a long time?
Sure. It used to be owned by the Bedfords until the estate was parceled off. But now everyone from the nearby town is buried there, even the Bedford family.
Then what about the cemetery behind our place?
That's where the old family and their servants were buried. We're talking back in the 1800s. At one time, the town wanted to move them to this cemetery out here, but the people were afraid of disturbing the old family crypt, so they decided to let the old Bedfords rest in peace.
So Elizabeth
Yes, she's buried right over there. Dennis, too.
Dennis? But I
Well,
thought...
I mean, they put up a marker for him, in his memory, in case anyone wants to remember him. Everybody really wants him to be dead, including me.
But he is dead.
They never found him, Martha. What if somewhere Dennis is still alive? Well, we made it. I think we beat Connor home. You're not upset, are you, Martha? You haven't said 2 words all the way.
I'm sorry, Blake. Maybe I'm coming down with something.
You can't. You have to go to the Halloween dance.
I'm not going.
Oh, yes, you are.
I don't have a date.
You do now. So hurry inside and play sick for Connor.
What?
You've got the flu, remember? I'll see you later, okay?
Okay. Bye, Blake.
Martha watched him go, wishing she'd thought of some excuse to ask him in, at least to wait with her until Connor got home. She let herself in and leaned against the wall. The house was swathed in shadows. Silence echoed around her.
Damn you, Connor. Why couldn't you be here? I'll be okay if I can just forget what Blake said about Dennis and get some lights on.
She found a switch, and the hallway stretched ahead of her like a dim tunnel. Martha saw the heavy draperies at the opposite end, the slight stir of velvet.
No. There are no such things as ghosts. No such things as evil houses. No.
She hurried past the yawning doorways up to her room and slammed the door. Then she forced herself to start getting her things together. This would be a perfect time to change rooms, she thought, like Connor had said.
What was that? Something on the stairs. It's coming along the hall. Connor? I guess it's nothing.
She put on a tape, turned it up loud, and curled up with the pillows on her bed. This particular song was one of her favorites, a love song. It made her think of Blake, warm and strong beside her, his lips on hers. And she was lulled into sleep. Martha didn't know how long she slept, but somewhere in half-consciousness, she knew something was strange. She realized she'd had another nightmare, where eyes had been watching her from the unfathomable darkness. Then it was a presence, more frightening than the eyes, malevolent, almost inhuman. Martha's eyes flew open, but she couldn't move. She lay still, trying to figure out what was wrong. And then she knew. The light was out, and the tape had stopped. She turned her head slowly towards the closet. It was open. There was someone standing there. In a flash of lightning, she saw the cold glint of eyes.
Dear God, he doesn't know that I'm awake, that I can see him.
She snapped on the lamp, but even as the light filled the room, Martha knew she would find the closet empty. Nothing was there but the memory of a waking nightmare and her own few clothes.
Connor, where are you? You've got to come home. I know I can wait.
Don't you like being in the house alone?
Who is this?
You're mine, Elizabeth. Trick or treat.
Martha raced downstairs to the front door and made a grab for the doorknob, but it was already turning. The door swung open.
Hi there.
Connor, where were you? Why weren't you here?
Oh, I had car trouble. Why?
The phone. He knew you weren't here. I think he was in my closet. Oh, you couldn't care less.
All this and the flu, too?
What flu?
The flu they said you had at school?
I did. And Blake happened to come by when I was feeling sick and was good enough to bring me home.
Yeah, I'm sure you feel much better now.
At least he cares how I feel. I'm going up to my room. Just leave me alone.
Suit yourself. I'll start dinner.
What have I ever done to deserve all this? Something was in here. Someone. It was a human shape. I know it. He must be out there now, watching. He has to be. Blake said Dennis would tell Elizabeth things he'd seen her do. Like he'd been watching the house. Where would he have been hiding? Behind any of those hundreds of trees. Or in the graveyard. I've got to cover this window. Where are the tacks? I got to get this blanket up. Nail anything.
Suddenly, the lamp quivered, its light skittering across the ceiling. This time, Martha knew it was real. The soft creaking sound, the squeak of hinges, the slide of wood against the floor. In the corner of her eye, she saw the closet door move, saw the feet step silently out of the dark.
Oh, it's you.
Did you know there's a secret passageway from the butler's pantry off the kitchen straight here to your closet?
Oh! I hate you, Connor. I loathe and detest and despise you.
Oh, come on now, Martha. Don't be nice. Tell me how you really feel.
Ooh!
Well, don't you at least want to explore it?
I've had enough of your jokes, sneaking up here, making sick phone calls, hiding in the woods. You know, you're one sick person, Connor.
You don't even know me. You don't know anything about me.
I know about as much as you know about me.
You like the poems of Emily Dickinson and rock music and Mexican food and making brownies. Red's your favorite color. You had lots of friends in Chicago, especially a guy named Ken. And you're afraid everybody thinks you have an overactive imagination.
They do think it.
Wrong. I don't.
And you didn't come into my room before? Or watch from the window? You swear?
Cross my heart.
The scarecrow. That was the first thing. And then one night outside, I thought I heard crying. I thought someone was there, watching.
What? Crying? Where?
In the woods. Then that night, you smelled smoke. I thought I saw the closet door move. And then there was a shadow on the wall in my room, and then he stood in front of my window.
You know, I can't decide which is more fascinating. Living in an evil house or having a baby sister.
Listen to me! Do you believe in the dead coming back to the scenes of their tragedies?
Maybe.
Well, they never found Dennis's body. What if I do look like Elizabeth?
You don't.
How would you know?
That day I went to the newspaper office, I saw a picture. You both have blonde hair, but so what? Lots of people have blonde hair.
It's just that, well, you know, Blake went out with her.
Yeah? I'm sure Blake's gone out with every girl in Bedford.
Look, why are you even talking about Blake?
You were talking about him.
Well, I don't want to anymore. Look, Elizabeth was getting phone calls. So am I. She was watched. So am I. And there's a feeling in this house. I know I'm not imagining it.
You're not. I feel it too.
Why didn't you tell me you felt it?
You were so upset about everything. I didn't want to make it worse.
It's been hard for you too, then.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sorry. I didn't even dream
Martha,
that
I didn't start that fire. I'm sure of it. And I didn't close the kitchen door. And that cemetery. I know this sounds crazy, but I think I was led there.
By what?
I don't know. A feeling. An overpowering insistence. I just couldn't ignore it, that's all.
The mausoleum. There was something there that upset you, right?
There was a feeling of danger, of finality.
Connor, it was a tomb in a cemetery. You can't get much more final than that.
Maybe this old house has other hiding places besides the passage behind the closet. Maybe the house really is haunted, but not by the kind of ghosts people expect.